depending on the kind of habit you want to establish, it can take anything between 21 days to 256 or something odd like that, depending on what you're really trying to change. Exactly. Ildi.
Hi, Pooja.
So last week we spoke about why consultants are needed in the in a business, right?
Absolutely. We kind of positioned what happens
Exactly.
and how we think about consultants more of an expense rather than an investment, right?
Absolutely. So what are we going to talk about today?
I was thinking, how about we shift now a little bit and talk about what really happens in the business and how is that affecting everything and what does that mean on the long run?
Absolutely. So if you have only joined us today, make sure you go back a couple of episodes and start listening to us, because this is a kind of a continuation of what we've spoken about up till now. So, but today we have some really good nuggets as well. So if you stick around, you will be able to hear them. But if you want to know more about the context, go back a couple more episodes.
Absolutely. I would love to start by going back to that idea of expense versus investment.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, when you have a business and you think about your marketing or you think about your legal expenses or even your accounting, and probably the accounting is the best one,
Yes.
you definitely don't think about them as an expense.
No.
You think about them as an investment because they are protecting your business. They are protecting your financial security or your legalities and how you function in the world.
Compliance in general, business compliance.
Absolutely. And your marketing actually protects your pipeline.
Absolutely. And if you don't have the marketing set right, then you have no business, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So my question here today is, how come we don't think about protecting our people?
Yeah. And people are your biggest assets. So if you are not protecting them, there's a lot going down because you have nobody to work for you or deliver the work that you promise your clients.
May I frame this? I have a really cool analogy here.
Yeah.
I mean, we're two women.
Yes.
Well, I won't say that we don't give a damn about our cars,
But we do.
We do, but in a different way.
Yeah.
When you have good, expensive cars,
Yeah.
would it be safe to say that you don't want to miss a beat and you will actually book in that car well in advance for its regular service?
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely, you would.
And you're not just changing oil.
No.
You know, the one that your husband can climb under the car and DIY itself, right?
No.
Or the windscreen wipers, the obvious bits.
Yeah.
You get to the point where you have to take care of other stuff like brakes.
Yeah.
And it's not a simple thing. You have to take a look at the deeper bits and bobs of a car. And we call them what's it called? The big service?
Yes.
It costs a lot, but it's all about making sure that the car is in perfect working condition.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, I think when you have a team and a business, taking care of your team is exactly the same.
Yeah.
If you are just changing the oil, that means that you are just upskilling your people to do their job.
Yeah.
That's it.
Absolutely.
That's all that it is.
And you're not going any deeper. You're not giving them the tools that can translate into them bringing the best version.
And also, you're not fueling their why.
Yeah.
You're not helping them come on a journey with you.
100%.
They are just moving a glass.
Yes.
That's all they do in the business.
Yeah.
They are not invested. They rock up at 8:30 or 8 or 9, whatever time you might start, and they clock off at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And you're lucky if they really were productive during that day.
Yep. Yeah.
Even if they follow process.
100%. And you know what? Or you don't just want them to follow process, right? You want them to be there because they want to be there.
Or contribute.
Or contribute. And they also want to feel like what they bring to the table is making a difference, not just in the business, but in their own personal lives as well.
And I think we hear this quite a lot, that people are not invested. They don't give me any ideas. They just drag their feet. This could have been done in half an hour, not 2-3 hours, and so on. But here's the thing. when you don't invest in your people's personal development, their growth, their real growth. And I'm not talking about growing them to leave you. I'm
No.
talking about all that growth that means that they are, when I say growth, I mean good interpersonal connection,
Yeah.
being happy to come to work. I'm talking about feeling comfortable to
Yeah.
actually present you with a problem, not being afraid that they will not be heard, and all these things. So I think that there's so many moving parts in personal development or business development that we need to consider if we really want a well-oiled machine. And I believe that when it comes to personal development, that equals to the big service. When you change the brakes, when you look into the deeper issues, when you make sure that everything runs smoothly.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the way that I see.
100%. And if you are not providing that to them, you will find your people are going to be more reactive than proactive. They're not going to be able to contribute in a positive way to the business. And for want of better word, a lot of them do become those people who become those silent saboteurs, or the common word about that is negative Nellies who pull the
Absolutely.
rest of the team down because you haven't given them what really rocks their boat.
And the other thing is that it only builds the pressure.
It builds pressure.
It becomes, everything becomes about getting things done.
Yeah.
Often not in the best possible way.
Yeah.
And often with that half measure where you hear things like, oh, but this is what you said.
Yes.
Great, but you're better at that.
Yes.
So what's happening?
Yeah.
But people don't take ownership.
No.
They literally are just there for a paycheck.
They come in, put in their 9 to 5 and walk away.
And when something goes wrong, everyone points fingers at
Each other.
oh, it's not my fault.
No.
I followed process.
Yeah. I did what I was told.
Oh, the process did say something. Well, I thought that says this.
Yes.
And they just cover themselves, with these layers
Yeah.
of protection and whatever. And I think that leads to a whole different mindset.
Yeah.
And that's that mindset of micro friction.
Yes.
And we're not talking
micro-conflicts.
about a business that is all over the shop and went south and so on. We're still talking about a reasonably well-functioning team.
Yes.
Here.
We are.
Right?
Yes, we are. And a lot of the times, a lot of these things go unnoticed because it doesn't happen too often. Only time you will start noticing it is when there is an actual conflict that flares up.
Because everything is good enough.
Everything is good enough because you're playing within that mediocrity space, not excellent space.
And the thing is that the little frictions are the ones that slowly build up to something bigger.
Very big.
And you remember how we were saying in the previous episode that you erode that trust?
Yes.
That's what happens with the little frictions.
Yes.
When that cup maybe is pushed 1 mil too far, or talking about our archetypal model, and we promise we will unpack that
Yes.
in the future episodes. But different people will have different values and different drivers and different ways of doing things.
Yes. And unpacking those and putting in context of how it translates into their workspace is very, very important because they might have work drivers and plus they might have their personal drivers. Are they talking to each other? Are they giving them what they require? Are they really giving them the kind of growth, personal growth and professional growth that they imagine for themselves? It's important to ask these questions.
And at the end of the day, if we want to put it in clear terms, risk isn't just legal.
No, it isn't.
There's so much more to it.
Yes.
And we need to mention what that chronic overload looks like. What does it do to you? How will you end up in court because of it? There's new laws that are coming out which actually are trying to push us to do more for our people and to think about the risk that comes with
Yeah.
people. And of course, culture of silent acceptance
Yes.
is never productive.
It's never productive, and slowly you will find that that culture of silent acceptance is slowly not becoming a norm, because you'll have younger generations who are quite vocal about their needs, and if you are not in the right mindset to really get in line with that kind of questioning mindset, it's going to start becoming harder and harder to become a business owner that can effectively do their work.
Now, if you now are wondering, that sounds, yeah, kind of, and you're having those second thoughts around, oh, I bumped into this problem
Yes.
just yesterday. Let's talk a little bit about what does this really mean? Because the reality is that it is easy to change.
Yes.
No, that's not true. It's easy enough to change when you have the right kind of support behind you.
Yes. I was about to correct you there. It's easy to change if you have the right mindset and right help.
And also, these are the things that do not happen overnight.
No. Oh, no. Oh,
And
God, no.
I often get this, well, we meet this. People say, oh, I just want a workshop.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
That's not even an oil change, for
No.
heaven's sake.
It's not even, it's just literally not even scraping the surface. That's just introducing you and your people to a different way of thinking. It's just an introduction to a possibility of change.
Now, this is your plate, Pooja. It's like trying to change a habit in a day.
Oh my God, no. Depending on the kind of habit you want to establish, it can take anything between 21 days to 256 or something odd like that, depending on what you're really trying to change. Exactly. And the myth
Almost
around
a year.
almost a year, if not more.
When you first said this to me, I was like, oh, really? Now it kind of makes sense.
Yes.
But that's the reality. That's the reality of what we're dealing with. And it doesn't matter whether we talk about productivity, personal happiness, how do we get things done. It really almost doesn't matter what we do.
No.
We are a library of micro habits that make up who we really are.
Absolutely, it does. And you know what? Let me just clarify. When you and I talk about habits here, we are not talking about whether you're waking up early in the morning to have a run or not, or eating your breakfast on time or not. We are talking about work habits, because this is a concept that a lot of people don't really
I'm going
think
to be
about.
cheeky and I'm going to say that those things, though, effectively affect the way that you do things.
Absolutely. But that's something that we'll unpack in our future podcasts. But when I just needed to give our viewers a bit of context. So when Ildi and I talk about habits, it's mainly around what kind of habits do you have at work and how do they affect the way you are productive, not productive, or how your day goes by as well.
So just to wrap up and to pull it together, when you don't spend enough time on not just upskilling your people, but actually spending some resources on helping your people become a better version of themselves,
Yes.
you are effectively endangering your business's reputation.
100%, because I believe that if you have any investment plans going forward, it should be within the investing in the reputation of your business. You want to be the employer of choice, isn't it? You want to have
100%.
people knocking on your door wanting to work for you because you know how to look after your people.
And also, when you have the right kind of people and when you have the right kind of team dynamics and you know how to bring out the best of your people,
Yeah.
That's when you are enhancing your revenue, you are taking care of your reputation, and you are working towards making something special that fills not just your pockets, but everyone else's pockets around you. And
100%.
let's put it out there. Whether we like it or not, the moment we start hiring people in our business, we become responsible for their wealth
Well-being.
and well-being too.
Exactly. So now in the past episode, we've spoken about why consultants. This time we've shown them what risk do they run by not having us in the team and working with them. In the next one, you will hear from us how this looks like in the real life with some real life examples and potentially some little tips that you might be able to take away with you. But if you have loved what you have seen here today and would love to follow more around your tips and tricks around your productivity, don't forget to subscribe and follow us.